Yes, it's another beautiful weekend, and we are back on your TV sets with Girl Vibes right here on ETV Ghana. Yours truly, your Kufi Princess, Mawa, Majima White City. Now, and that's on Comochicho no bear tight or bear juicy and casa. Now, and then Comona Yer Rochicho say if follow him with social media, I believe you already know what we are going to discuss today. Yes, it's very necessary to have a job. Now, after having the job, you need to have a side hustle. It's very, very important. And today we are going to give you all the education, all the rundown about that. And I have beautiful ladies, yes, one of which I've missed so much. And she's been, she has escaped a very good one that we thank God for saving her. So we are going to celebrate that one right here on Girl Vibes. So join us on Facebook if you can at ETV Ghana. And please do call a friend to tell a friend to join on Facebook at ETV Ghana. And please don't forget to share and like as well. We're also live on HD Plus decoder as well. You can pause, you can record, and continue whilst you're watching us live on ETV Ghana. We are also live on GoTV as well. So today, stick and stay with us. Let's go for a quick breather. When we come back, we're going to give you all the beauty tips today as well on Girl Vibes today. Kind courtesy at Donko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. Yes, welcome back. Now, and there should me glow now. I'm glowing on another level. Thanks to Hair Couture GH, she hooked me up with this beautiful colored hair. This is my first time. In fact, to me, she colored hair. But in the show me tonight on another level. Thanks to her. And she hooked my nails looking so beautiful. Yes, Mandy's Beauty Bar. She got me rocking. And thanks to her so much. She's located in Asalam Down. I'll give you her numbers very soon, okay? And today, let me introduce to you my lovely ladies. I believe you're enjoying the weekend already. So let's switch quickly to my guest. I have me Gifty. She is a makeup artist, a very gorgeous lady. Ne huni makeup na ha. Ogwa home tete ne ha. Makeup artist angasa. Gifty. Akwaba. I've missed you, Papa. Where have you been?
I've been around. It's not been easy, but you're free.
Yeah.
They told me no.
Yeah.
I'm always grateful to him. It's not been easy to but in all things you give thanks to God. Yeah.
If you didn't know, she escaped from armed robbery, of which she was quick about it. She was able to run off through the doors of the cars, and thank God she's here with us. So I believe you went through some therapy, of which was necessary, because it's a whole lot of stress when it comes to that. But we thank God she's back with us on set, looking beautiful, like nothing ever happened. And I also have a new twin today on set. Today I'm twinning. I don't know. We got here and, so beautifully. My fashion designer today decided to rock the same color with me today. And her name is Irama, one name that I love.
Ira, hello.
Akwaba.
Yeah.
So you see, just look at her dress. You see the color. We are, is this purple or?
Yeah, purple.
So we are purpling everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Nice.
So I'm the odd one out.
Yes. To bright us, I think you're the color. And your color too is really, picking us up. So we are looking, fashionable today.
Yeah.
Vibes. It's all part of it. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing
How's
very
fashion
well.
business?
Cool, we are managing. No, I'm new in the fashion industry, so we are managing. We hope for the best.
We thank God. Aside the fashion, what more do you want us to know about you?
I do online businesses. I sell hair. I sell makeup stuffs. Anything that I lay my hand on and I think is going to benefit me, I sell clothing. I mean, already made clothing and all those stuff. So.
Okay. Now, Gifty, we know that was the makeup Madam One.
Hey.
What else do you do?
Okay, so aside makeup, my mom has an event company, so I help her with events and decor and
Hey,
catering.
please, one event there, then the money is popping. Okay, that's why you're always looking, fresh with the body.
And also, I help Synergy Facilities. They're also an event company.
Okay.
So I help them also, and now I've started this online food.
Wow.
Yeah, so Gigi's Food Hub.
Okay. Today she brought me food, so I'll taste the next week. I'll tell you. So yes, that brings us to the topic we are talking about today: side hustles. The need to have a side job aside your main job. man kind of fantini mukakra. One kasa wage maybe a banker, a journalist and a TV presenter, to that makes me a TV presenter. That is your major, it happens to be your major. But aside that, what else do you do? And is it even necessary to have, you know, a different job, which is the side job, or you can call it the side hustle, aside your main job? Aside my, you know, they be a TV, do no radio, they and some everywhere, Matombe sheet, may a voiceovers, open commercial acting, maybe. So we are going to talk about the importance of side hustle, of side job today. So I have Gifty, what is it? Not me for Gifty chance because on age man I baby is mending wage and a bit of the event and then the makeup side as well. Now bring us to the point and let's know more about it. When we talk about side hustle, what is it?
Okay, so side hustle, it's something you do in addition to what you already have. You already have, and it's not bad to have a side hustle or a side job. Okay, so when you have a side business, it helps you to have another income to what you already have. You can't really depend on your white collar job. What if you lose it? Are you going to be home till you get another one? No. So you have to get something in addition to what you already have to be able to pay other expenses. Yeah, so it's good to have a side hustle. That's what I understand by it.
Okay. Now, my fashion designer, my twin, what's your understanding for side job?
Okay, side job to me, I think side job is additional job that we added to our primary job, I mean our white job that we are doing to earn additional incomes, which my sister said already that you can use it to add it to provide your needs and your wants. You can't depend on one job. You know, Ghana here is more expensive and we are living in a country that you can't just base on one business. So you have to have side job to help you achieve your goals and all those stuff. Yeah, so that's my understanding of side job.
And to add up, with a side job, you get to learn a lot of things.
Okay.
You get to meet new people because when you are having this white collar job, like being in the office as a banker, you only get to meet your colleagues around and those who that come in to withdraw and send money. But when you have a side job, you get to meet different people, different characters, and you'll be able to learn how to like relate with them. Yeah, so you learn a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so how important is it to have a side job, Ira?
Okay, it's very important to have a side job. Having a side job, I would recommend everybody to have a side job because assuming you are dependent, let's assume I'm a nurse and I'm depending on just my monthly salary and maybe my mom or my sisters, I have big family that I have to take care of. I can't depend on my monthly salary to take care of everybody. But if I have a side job which gives me additional income, I can add it to my money and pay for what I'm supposed to do. And it even makes you live easy life to provide whatever you need and all those stuff. So it is very important for one to have a side job.
Okay. Talking about the importance of it, I know Ira has already given us some, I don't know if you really want to add up, but the question I really want to ask you is, now you have your main job and being employed by somebody as a worker, now you always have to report at work and then you also decide to have a side job aside what you do as your main job. Does the two work out and how do they even work? Don't they conflict against each other?
Okay, so I guess for me, I don't do an office job.
Okay.
So for me, instance, with the makeup, for now I don't have a shop. So I travel to do the makeup. So I get the chance to do my food business and also with the event. So I check if I don't have any makeup to do, I make time to do the other business. Yeah. And when you have a white collar job and you don't have the time to do any other business, that's why we have many graduates out there. You can employ any of them, train them on how you want your business to go. And you can leave it to them. After work, maybe you have the weekends to yourself. During the weekend, you can make your checkup, you check how sales have been and all that. So with me, when it comes to makeup, I get enough time because I don't have a shop. Even if I have a shop, I'll still make time because fine with when it comes to my food business, I cook from morning. I wake up early. I always want my food to be fresh. So I cook early in the morning. My delivery guy comes to pick around 8:30 to 9. Start the delivery. Then I'm free from that time. I can go to shop.
Okay.
I can go and work and do other things. And mostly when with the event, it normally comes during the weekends.
Okay.
From Friday to Saturday. It's not actually it's my mom's, but I
Okay.
help her when I have the free time
to.
Yeah. So you can just balance yourself. It's not really necessarily that, oh, I'm in an all phase, I can't do a side job. No, you can employ someone, train the person to help you out. Then you pay the person. That's why there are so many people out there, like, it's good to help.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't just depend on one job. What if you lose it? What are you going to do? How are you going to feed? And the economy is so hard now.
I mean, our economy, yeah, we need to get side hustles,
Yeah.
you know, because you can't
Yeah.
just. But Era, you are a fashion designer, and you know how, ladies, when it comes to our dresses for occasions and all that, we trust you to deliver. And being a fashion designer, I can call you anytime. How do you call it? Express or whatever.
Express.
I can call you today, and I'll need the clothes like tomorrow
Yeah.
or this evening. How do you balance that?
Okay. Being a fashion designer is kind of a way, but I think that's why we have this online, Facebook, Instagram to
Okay.
advertise our stuffs.
Okay.
Okay, so I can be at my office sewing and at the same time working on my phone. Okay, so I think we have to make good use of Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Okay, so like the
I have,
social media.
Yes, I have a space there that I post and all those stuff. So as you're working as a fashion designer, maybe someone has given me something that he needs or she needs it. I do both. I do men and women. So he needs it urgently.
Great.
Yeah, so I can be working and at the same time paying attention to my customers online. So when I post and you like it and maybe you comment I just have to call my delivery guy
Okay.
to come pick it up to the person whilst I'm in working on the other one. So I think it's very easy to work on the social media. And mostly I use my weekend. I don't work on Saturday, but that doesn't mean when somebody need an order, I don't do it. But Saturdays and Sundays, I use it for my side work. Okay, yeah. So
Okay. Gifty,
Yeah.
how do you identify the right side hustle for you?
Okay, so identifying the right one. One, you need to know what you're really good at.
Okay.
Yeah, because fine, I went into makeup. I love makeup. I love fashion too. That's that's me. So one day I was there. I was like, okay, makeup is not really fetching money for me for now, even though there's money in it. But for now, I'm not getting that money. So what should I do? So you need to sit down, analyze what you are really good at. I love to cook. My mom loves to cook. My family love to cook.
Okay.
So I got to realize, oh, cooking is the best idea because people eat every day.
Okay.
So I sat down and said, okay, why don't I try this food business? Because I see people posting food here and there, and I love to cook too. So why won't I also give it a try? And that was how I started.
Okay.
So to identify the right business, you need to analyze yourself, get to know what you're really good at, your marketable skills, and how you relate with people. You need to know what you're really good at. With that, you can know what to do.
Okay.
Don't just say, oh, Irama is into fashion, so I also want to do fashion. That's not your field.
Okay.
Maybe you're not good at that. That's what she's good at. Okay, what if she tries to do food? Can she make it? No, because she's not good at it.
Yeah.
Everybody has his or her own aspect of like what you're really good at. So you just sit down, analyze, plan, and get to know what you're really good at. And with that, you can just pick it up from there.
Then you go.
Then you
Okay,
go.
so first of all, you need to love it.
Yeah.
You need
It
to
should
love
be
it.
something
Yeah.
Yes.
that you
It should be
love.
something
Yeah.
that you love.
What about time? How do you calculate in time when it comes to identifying the right side hustle? Ira,
Okay. When it comes
do you need to consider time?
Yeah, you need to. You need to sit down, analyze, just as my sister said, analyze what you really want to do, what you're good at, and what you love to do. It's not like something that everybody is doing, something that you, even when you're lying down and you're not doing it, you feel like you're losing something. Okay, so when you analyze it and you got to know that this is what you want to do, you just plan. Assuming I'm working as a doctor, you have to plan. Know a time for this and a time for that. So as you love this thing and you love this at the same time, you'll be putting it together to make it work instead of relying on one and not concentrating on the other, you have to be consistent in both so that you can end what you want to achieve. Well, yeah, so I think it's necessary to plan and put a time on everything that you do.
In order for that one to equally succeed as your main job. Now, Gifty, what are some of the jobs that we can term them as side hustles?
Oh, there are a lot of jobs out there. Yeah, you know, there's this lady in my neighborhood. She's a fire service officer, but she has a shop. She doesn't really go there all the time. She has employed someone. So there are so many jobs out there. You can go into food, you can go into fashion, like my sister here. You can also do makeup and handicrafts. You can learn Parazone and all that. Even if you don't have the time to sell it yourself, you can employ someone. So there are so many jobs out there. Just look at what people really go in for, what people patronize all the time. Yes, and you can learn from there and look at what your passion is in for, what you're passionate about, what you really love to do. Then you bring it out. So you can check online what it's really what's really going on online, social media, what people are really going in for, what's trending. Then you can pick it up from there. Maybe you see something that is trending. Oh, I love this thing, I would want to. Then you have the zeal to do it because the passion is there. You just go in for it. So there are so many things you can do
as side hustles.
Okay.
Is there more you want to add up?
No, you can actually do this delivery service. You can open a restaurant, a beer bar. You can sell online, as she said. You can sell makeup stuff, anything. Like, there are a whole lot of things that you can think of, providing you love what you're going to do. You have to love it before you start it, because if you start something that you're not interested in, you give up. But something that you're passionate about, you have the zeal to do it, and it will work for you.
What are some of the challenges associated with side hustles or side jobs? Gifty, what are some?
There are a lot of challenges, you know, when it comes to financial risks. As one aspect. When it comes to environmental risks, there's also another aspect. Yeah, maybe what I'm doing, my neighbor who is close to me is so envious of what I'm doing. He or she might want to bring me down. He or she might bring up a news that is not true, false news, just to tarnish my image and tarnish the business I'm doing. It's also a risk. And financial too. You have this an amount of money you want to start a business with. You start so nice, and all of a sudden, like me, for instance, with the food business I started, I really didn't have the means to. I planned everything, and I spoke to a friend of mine, Black Majesty. Thank you so much. And my big brother, Brakujo. I called them. I was like, Charlie, this is what I want to do, but I don't have the means to. Can you support me? You know, like, okay, you send me your plans, what you want to do. I sent it to them, and they helped me financially. So when I started, my first week was blooming. I was like, hey, you mean you can't do more?
So
I'm going for it.
You were expecting saying the same week out.
So it got to a time where, oh, not so coffee. I say, almost really
good. The same food that you're cooking.
So I tried to make sure I have reviews of people that bought the food, and they're like, oh, your food is so nice. Hey, so you should be expecting all this, profit and loss.
Yeah,
you should be expecting all this, because you won't say, oh, it has started blooming, so it's going to be there. No, because it's not easy. So I ran at a loss at a time. I was like, hey, so how am I going to pick up Mr. Debbie? So what I did was, when I had the money, I bought extra stuffs. I have to refrigerate everything. So I was like, okay, I don't have the money, I've made a loss, but I still have things in the fridge. I have things I can use, so I can pick it up from there. So there are so many risks when it comes to side business. In fact, in business, actually, there are so many risks. And also security, especially when you're going to do your delivery. And when I said I didn't have a delivery guy, I have to go and do the delivery. And you know, some people would want to tempt you to the highest. So be like, okay, I want food. What's the price? I give it to them. What's the delivery price? I give it to them. Okay, prepare 2 bags. It should be delivered to this place. Everything is ready. When I'm ready to leave, you call them several times, they'll not answer.
Wow.
Sometimes too, I have people out there, they want to meet you in person, because but
so
this
through
is
your
their
services.
Until be fair, to me, who said the way the person is speaking, no,
It's not the food that the person needs.
Wants. It's
something
you.
else. Wow.
So you have to be careful with all this security, financial, and environmental. It's very, very, very like challenging though. But when you have the zeal and the passion for it, you can just pick it up.
Ira, have you had any personal challenges when you started?
Yeah, I've had one or two. It's not going to be easy, as I said. You know, having a side job comes with a whole lot of risk, and you should be ready for them. You shouldn't always expect the good messages. Okay, so one day a customer purchased a dress from me, which my big sister has a shop in Tudu. Okay. So she sells dresses. That is my another online thing. But so I contacted my younger sister to do the delivery for the person at Tema. So the delivery guy came for the thing, contacted the person, told the person this is the price, da 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 da. She said, "Oh, bring it. I'm ready for it." Only for the delivery guy to drive to Tema and called and called and called, and this lady didn't pick up.
Wow.
So he has to return the things, and when he returns it, I have to pay him. He going there and he coming back.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, so it's in my cost. I ordered for it. I asked them to send it. So, sorry. So talking about this thing, you shouldn't be ready for just thinking it's going to work just as you are imagining.
Yeah.
Everybody is imagining to get the good destiny, but be ready for anything. And that doesn't mean you should give up on yourself. Keep trying. Keep trying. There are so many things that will happen, but at the end of the day, if you don't give up and you keep pushing, you get there.
Okay, so keep trying, just as Ira is trying on her own. So you don't have to give up on your side hustle. You equally have to keep on and keep on trying. But the question that came into my mind when we, discussed this whole topic that we're going to talk about today was that is side hustle meant for everyone? Is it for everyone? Does anybody at all, have a side hustle, and how they're going to handle it individually? We'll talk about that right after this week break. Stay and stay. Yes, so one interesting tips on the beauty tips today. Thanks to Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. Please, it is very necessary. Have a beauty sleep. Your skin really do needs it. In fact, your mind, it needs it as well. So do have that beauty sleep. And thanks for my producer for giving us this beauty tip for today. And Sister Debbie Amekatro, Memo Bimba employee. In fact, you can even use this as a side hustle. When you close from your main job, today, everybody, my sister, you need energy. And what everybody is using to, re-ginger the energy is a Donko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. ATB Patrol, Frahwan, not one kasasu your wage as a side hustle. Not, make some good money for yourself. Call them on 020-489-8698 or 059-261-0998. Frahwan na catch on day. A Kufi Princess who could you money be yeah. Na energy is it no here papa. It's a jumane bra. In fact, na staple kakra black can with a gold label on it, and that's a Donko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. And they rockstars ningi now on a Kufi Princess me bra onu binamenum na energy and what chade energy no so was na another level. Now, before the break maybe said there. Can anybody at all have a side hustle? This is a serious question, but I don't know what gift you do have for us. So we want to know, Madam, please educate us. Can anyone at all have a side hustle?
Okay. I don't know what actually everybody is into when it comes to their main job.
Okay.
But to me, I think everyone can have a side job, a side hustle. Yeah. Even if you're not the one doing it, it can be a relative, a friend, or somebody you've employed to do for you. So anyone can go. You can't depend just on what you're doing. Even if it's your own business you're doing, you can add least get another side business, you have to do. Yeah.
Okay. Era.
Okay, I think
Is it meant for everyone
yeah,
to have a side hustle?
it's not meant for everyone. I think anyone can decide to have a side hustle, but not everybody can actually maintain it. Okay, so thinking about a side job, if I plan to sell shoes and I'm not ready to go through the risks, and I saw 1, 2, 3 shoes and it doesn't work for me. I can't say because I decided to do this, I have to be in giddy giddy. There's some people, they can start it, but later they give up. Only because they think the money they imagine to get out of, they didn't get it. So I think not everyone can have a side job and maintain it. Though everybody can decide to have one, but not everybody can maintain it.
Okay.
So you have to be passionate and be ready for the risk and everything before you can maintain a side hustle.
And you also have to be very, very committed when opening a side business, because it's not really easy. Yeah, because you might think, there are so many competition when it comes to these businesses. Yeah, because a friend is doing it. When it comes to food like this, everybody is cooking, everybody is selling food and all that. So the competition is there, but don't be discouraged because somebody is making it and you are not.
How do you make it attractive?
It depends on you, your passion and your love for it. Make it nice and people would get it. Maybe Jenipan FM or Nyama or Day is different from you. You also have to get what you need. Just add your passion, your zeal, your love. It should be into it. Like everything will just work out.
Package as well. It's very necessary.
Very, very necessary. And I always pray when starting something, because you can't just turn up and do it. Because there are so many people out there, the bad and good ones. When you start now, sorry, I'll be like you're downfall. Into in everything, you have to add prayers. You have to put God in it. Yeah.
What are some of the mistakes that we do when it comes to our side hustles?
Okay, I think pricing for where I'm coming from, for me being a designer. I'm one of a person, when I want to purchase something, I do a lot of inquiries and I do a lot of comparison. So I will encourage people to know what to say, like how to price the thing. You shouldn't overprice things, because if Gifty is selling shoes and you are selling shoes and I need the same shoe and Gifty tells me it's 150 and you tell me it's 300 and I think it's the same shoe, I'll go for Gifties. Okay, so I think they have to know how and when to price, and they shouldn't think of their profit too much. Small, you're good to go. But when you price it higher and I purchase from you, the next day I wouldn't even come to you because of your pricing. So I think people have to be very, very, very much aware of their pricing and how to package the things and the environment in which you're selling or in which you're doing this business. Yeah.
Okay. So aside those mistakes, one funny mistake. Okay, let me come to Gifty to also add up some mistakes before I bring in the ones that I've personally encountered. So Gifty, is there any more mistakes that we do when it comes to our side hustles?
Some people really go into this side business because of their profits. Yes, and when they get the money, they misuse it. And there's a bad thing you have to do. Because man can say, oh, it's a side business I'm doing, so it's not really necessary. I can use it anyhow I want.
Thank you.
It's not really necessary. That money can also pay for other things. You can use it for something important, not for getting like unnecessary stuffs. No. So you should be very careful on how you spend. Yeah.
Now, one funny one that I personally encountered, I actually started selling lady stuff like shoes and all that before the bedspread business that most of you know. And I ended up spending even the main cash that I was using for the side hustle. Sister, and then I had to sit there because there's sometimes the person will start a business and will be like, that was Sasabon someone that day. If you have the food, sister, you are your own Sasabon.
Yeah.
You end up spending because you feel, okay, this is just a side hustle.
Yeah.
I have my main salary coming at the end of the month, so let me just, nyafu this one, and you end up the main cash. In fact, you cannot put now one gasa and the start the business. No, you squander that one as well, and then we got that wine. So please, in as much as is a side hustle money or an income from a side hustle, I believe you need to budget properly and know. In fact, before you even start the side hustle, you need to know what you're going to use your income for.
Yeah.
If it's for your personal expenses, fine. But even that, you need to spend to the extent that, you know, in order for it to affect the main cash that you're using for the side hustle. So that's my personal encounter. I believe by now, Dodua, they are laughing. So share with us yours as well on Facebook at ETV Ghana. You know, at the end of the show, I'll go there and read it for you. So it's at ETV Ghana on Facebook. Those are some of the funny mistakes that we do when it comes to. And one thing that I'm surprised you've both not mentioned is the kind of attitude we drive towards it. We tend not to give more value to it. So I know I have my main job, so I tend to give more attention to that instead of balancing it to make sure that, you know, there are risks, a lot of risk. Somebody's job, you can, you know, lose, the person can sack you anytime. But if you have your side hustle to hold you down in terms of, you know, those issues or life issues, it happens, they are life issues, they can happen. And then you have yours to hold you up on ground. But say a mistake wasn't a hold in a year. That's my advice. You'll also end up on the grounds and you will lose both hands. I believe by now you're trying to get the picture I'm trying to draw. So I feel it's very necessary. In as much as we all need a side hustle, I personally feel it's not everyone too that needs it. Because you may have a job that will need your main attention well.
Yeah.
But it's in Ghana, please. If you're living in Ghana, dear, then my sister, you need a side hustle. Because now our economy, you need to get a side hustle. Because the income here in Ghana, you need to get a side hustle. Now let me go back to my panel. It's like I'm doing more of the talking, but it's necessary. So let me come back to Gifty. I made mention about our attitude towards work. Now let's start up with you, being a cook and at the same time organizing an event. Now tell us the time you wake up to cook your food. You mentioned that by 8 is done for delivery. So what time exactly do you wake up for food to be cooked and ready to serve at 8 a.m.?
Okay, so you know, when it comes to my family, I'm the big girl, the big sister in the house.
Okay.
So I need to finish with all my house chores before I start cooking. So the time I normally wake up is 5 a.m.
Okay.
So 5 a.m. I finish with everything. When it comes to jollof, I normally prepare my stew and put it in the fridge because jollof really takes time. So when I wake up in the morning, I take it out of the fridge, then put it down for it to melt well. Then after my house shows everything, then I start cooking. So if I will start cooking to be around 6:30 to 7. Okay. Yes, and I like to be very fast about everything. So that's me. I don't know about other people. Some people will have to relax. I'm watching it on my name one. So that, but this attitude won't help. You have to be consistent. You have to be very, very, very time conscious for whatever you do. Main castle is your side business into the maybe piano and family home. Because this is also training you when you are about to start your own business. Maybe you be in a cashier with the little you have. What's my cashier? No? Yeah, so you have to be very time conscious and also committed. Yeah.
Okay. Some of the sacrifices that we need to make, because in everything we know you need to sacrifice. What are some of the things that you should prepare for, that this is what I'm going to sacrifice to make my side hustle a successful one?
Okay, I think you have to have a plan for your life.
Okay.
In general, you have to plan for the side hustling and plan for the primary job that you're doing.
Okay.
Me, for instance, as a designer, every Saturday I go to Accra. I spend the whole day at Accra at my sister's shop. That is where I started from, and I still help her every day. So I wake up before 4. My time is 3:30.
Before 4 a.m.
Yes.
Wow.
I live around Weja.
That's every day?
No, every Saturday.
Okay.
So I live around Weja, so I have to wake up around 4:30 and get to Accra to do. She doesn't sell like one, even though she does one, but that is where this online and they come to purchase. So you have to be there very early to give it out. So assuming I don't go early or we don't go early and the other shops are open, you end up losing your customers.
From that side.
So you have to be very time conscious and you have to always make sure that what you're doing, you have interest in it. Because if you don't have interest in it, you end up let me sleep small and wake up around 5. Oh, 5, I'll wake up 5 and you can't do it. So you have to know what you're doing
and set your alarm.
You have to plan for everything that you're doing, and you have to make sure that the side job is not just a side job so you can do it anyhow. Do it just as you're doing the main job. Because it all is fetching you money. Yeah, that is what I can say.
That's the money you need to take good care of.
You don't have to be lazy.
So you need to sacrifice. So aside the timing one that we all know, what else, what other sacrifice are we into, give out? Now we know of the timing that we need to wake up early. We need to sacrifice our sleep for that. Now, aside that, what other, sacrifices? Is it only the timing that we need to sacrifice?
No, I think you have to invest in the business too.
Okay.
You have to invest in the business that you're doing. And before you invest in a business, you have to sit down and think about the income that you are going to gain. You just can't get up and invest a huge amount of money which you are not going to make it. So before you invest in a business, you have to know the kind of business you're investing in and make sure that you're not just investing your money, but you're going to put more effort to it to gain what you put it in and get a profit. So I think investment is also part of it.
That brings me a question to Gifty. Aside hustles, that how do I put it? Are they that valuable that we need to risk our huge money on them to invest, just as Era is saying?
Side business is something you do in addition to what you already have. So, for instance, the company you're working in is not yours. You're just an employee there. And this is something that you are investing your money, your time, your resources, everything into. It's your own. Okay. So it's very, very important. I wouldn't know, like, it's something that in case you don't have this white collar job, you can depend on. So you need to put in much effort. It's very, very important.
But in Ghana here, do we really see people going that way, engaging in side hustles? Era?
Okay, most girls are into side hustling now. I think most girls are into side hustling now because you can't just depend on the monthly salary. And we have students who are also doing this online thing. So I think most people are now into it, and I think they have to educate the youth more so that we can all put ourselves into it and it will reduce these unemployees, stories out there. So I think most people are into it.
Yeah, because you really have to. You really need a side job because the way the economy is going, it's very, very hard out there. And with that, that's the reason why many unemployees are doing stuff which are not reasonable. So, guys, not the guys that try to kidnap you. And so it's very, very important you have a side business. Even if, say, you don't have the means to, but I hope there's someone out there who would want to help you, maybe a family or a friend. If you have your plan, the kind of business you want to do, and if you talk to someone, the person will be ready to help you. Because if what's and you are expecting manna to fall from heaven, sister, and so when I was a 1 year your homework here. Now who dear upesa 1 year? Because there are a lot of girls. I have this friend of mine, or a nice new, she's not being posted, but she sells this flat hammer pills and all that. I have a friend who is also an immigration officer. She goes to the office day in, day out, but she does this import sales, like, or importing your money back and no about home. And in the off days, no audition or the good not auditing. And now she has also created a group, ordering a number of account. No, I'll post it. Oh, add your friends in case your friend would want to. So it's very important. When you say ejuma any ho intino, met na se sa kopim timer, menye ejuma debi. Ubetime bibi, it's na yesi ade pam wo ho, wesua hairdressing and all that. Sanya many nyina betime parazon yeni. It all helps because day in day out, obi be use parazon, obi be ya niti, obi be sha atade, obi be didi. Into wo hwe sanya ma inkintin na ebwa in a daily life, you can make something out of it.
The needs of people. All right. So, sister, what area needs to know? Not started there. What people really need, and be smart. Take advantage of that. On that note, let's go for a break. And when we come back, we get to vibe right here on ETV Ghana. Stick and stay with us. All right, welcome back. It's been interesting and very educative today on the show. And we are live on Facebook at ETV Ghana as well. I want to see all the reactions, all the comments, Miss Maria Kasana also, as it wasn't a comment at all at ETV Ghana or Facebook. Now, and we are talking about, the importance of having a side hustle or side job. Is it very necessary? And then in your piano here, but Ghana has it. Or here, if you're in Ghana, you need to get a side hustle aside your main job. Yes, but there's good news for the people who partake in the Fantasy League, GMABC Fantasy League. Yes, people are making money through the Fantasy League right here on GMABC. So congratulations to our first place winner, who is getting an amount of 10,000 Ghana cedis. I mean, this can start you a side hustle. So Phantom M, Papa Amos, he got a 2,724 points, yes, 2,724 points. And our second to fourth place consolation, they got some consolation prizes. That is the Rhapsody Andrew Poppy, and then the Soccer Blazers X1, which is Red Army. They also got the point of 2,683 points. And Res FC, which is Rodney Tete, they got 2,656 points. So congratulations to you, and please make sure you contact these numbers or visit any of the GMABC's network, which is Happy FM, YFM, ETV Ghana. We are located inside Asalam Dam. Come to us and ask for your prices. We have all of them available for you. Or you can stay home and call us on 02058300158 for all your prices, okay? The GMABC Fantasy League is powered by YFM, ETV Ghana, and Happy FM, and also sponsored by Betika and Batawa Collection, Sunseeker Store, Mellow Farms, and Storm Energy Drinks. So please, if you know that this year Fantasy League, GMABC Fantasy League, Zima Kotina, congratulations to you and to the names that I mentioned. Come to us and come for your prizes. With our first winner getting the 10,000, my dear, it's a whole money. You can start you a side hustle. And welcome. So today we are talking about side hustles, the need to have them, and we have few minutes to wrap up. But before we wrap up, there are a lot of advices I know you're learning today on ETV Ghana, which is Girl Vibes today. I have Gifty here, and I have a beautiful designer which we are training today, and her name is Irama. And she's got a lot of side hustles aside, she being a fashion designer. In case you just tune in, that's what we are talking about. But we have a few minutes, but before we go, now one of the question that I asked, which is it's being for everyone, that is the side hustle. Now, how will I even know as to whether side hustle is for me or not for me?
Okay. How will you know whether side hustle is for you or not for you? I think side hustle is for everybody, depending you're ready to do it. Okay, so you just don't need to know it is for me, that's what I'm going in for. You have to give it a try. You have to give it a try, and not just trying it for once. You have to be consistent. You have to have time for it. You have to be able to touch it, like kill it. Make sure that what you're doing, do it as if this is the last work that you have on earth to do to earn a survivor. Okay. So I think when you do all these things and it's not working, then I think you have to go home and try something. But I think Side hustle is for everybody. You just have to be serious and consistent. It will work for you.
Gifty, should there be a period in time that I'll say, okay, this is the time for me to start a side hustle?
No, I don't think so. You should always be prepared.
Okay.
So in life, you have to get this plan. You need a plan. You need time to. So don't say, oh, I'll do it next year. I'll do it. No.
Okay.
You always have to be ready for anything. You can't just depend on one thing.
And do we have to even wait for emergencies before we get to know that I need the side money?
No, you have to start it. Considering you are willing to, you have the zeal to do it, you have the passion to do it, yes. Don't just wait until something happens. What if that thing happens and you don't have the means to?
Okay.
What are you going to do? At that moment, you can't call someone to help you. So it should be something that you have to be prepared for. You need to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as a human, you don't even need somebody to tell you to have a side job. Yeah, as you're planning your lifestyle, you have to plan for plan B.
Okay.
And that side job will be your plan B. In case the A fails you, you fall on the B. Yeah, so I don't think you need to wait till the last end when you need money or when you think you are going back to school, so you need money, you have to rush. That is when you rush and you fail. But when it's part of your plans as your daily life, as time goes on, you keep it along and it will just bump up without your notice.
But yeah, mo bi muso wa ha, yeah, mama mo wa ho, so.
See, umami wa hoin today be what's it say? Sabi kafrache umami from our bedding.
Okay.
Or maybe she lost her job.
Yeah,
or maybe
wedding.
something also comes and your family are in crisis that you need to get up. You have to even do it without their notice, so that when you people are facing, when the family is facing challenges and you come out as a child and tell, Mommy, I'm doing this and I saved this, they'll be so proud of you. So I think everyone has to have
But
a
you know,
side
some
job.
people too, they don't allow their children to do side jobs.
I don't know my question, but should there be an age, you know, that you have to know that, okay, this is the age that I'll have to get to before I start a side hustle? Should there be an age barrier?
Yeah, because of it, won't collaborate. You can't have a side business. So let's say after school, I'm going to say SS.
Next, we'll find out what's in the after.
After SS, you can start something from there, because every more how movie school no more grades and say maybe you have the means to write NOVDEC. We bet to be a sponsor to write a NOVDEC, no. Fine, we'll try BB, because after a bit in AFA for the results, you can't be home all the time. Say, may try my results na bands na no Debbie. So with that, even if you're writing NOVDEC or not, after school you need to start something, because maybe SS no. Na page na me tunton German product me the nam equating me the proud on equating ma me ko fan go for to Volta region eba na me the ching, because I didn't want to be home.
And then your final words, any advice?
So my advice is, don't just sit for someone to tell you what to do.
Okay.
You need to make a step. Yeah, plan, think of the business you want to do.
Yeah.
Start something small to taste the waters. If it works for you, you can go from there. So don't just wait for an emergency to happen before you
start a side hustle.
Something.
Thank you. Ira, your final words.
Okay. I would say everybody should try having a side job, not just 1, 2, or 3. Somebody like me, I grew up from a family that you can't just be there and say you won't do business. Whether you're going to school, you have to have a business. Okay. So I think everybody should have a side job.
Okay.
Give it a try. Be consistent and plan very well. Know what you love to do most. Know what you want to do. Know something that even when you're sleeping, you dream of it, and do it well. Things will work for you. Everybody should just put themselves in it. Give it a try and see if it doesn't work. It will work. Trust me.
Hallelujah. Okay, so there's no magic in life. You are your own magic. You need to, work in terms of emergencies, in terms of leaving your flashy when you want to bam. Make sure you work to bam. Have a side hustle that will, help you to bam. Chill with the big boys and the big girls. If you have a side hustle, it'll be easy for you to, plug in huge money. But you also have to invest, and with sacrifice. You need to sacrifice, your sleep. your time, everything. And, you know, as much as we are talking about side hustles, make sure you sacrifice for your main jobs as well, because my brother, and pay more attention to your side hustle. Not obey you know, you're hurting somebody as well. So you need to balance 50-50 for it all and make life, you know, a bam way for you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying your weekend already. The video is available on Facebook at ETV Ghana. So in case you just tune in later, able to na show her missing the be the Kung Fu Princess now. And they my new internal style and brandy, yes, and my hair is by Hair Couture GH. You can, you know, get her available on Instagram. I'll put the numbers on my personal page, which is Mercy BGH on Instagram, and you get to hook up. Thanks to my director, Kwame Damte, with Asibebre, and to my producer one, Rash, and the Kaswa Traffic and the sister on Tembu Weekend. You get easy sooner or later. Be careful out there and stay safe as well. So, and thanks to yes, Gifty, she brought us, you know, some of her side hustles, and I'll tell you what it is. You can order
from
and
DJ's
thank you
Food
for
Hub.
watching. Thanks to Obeye, my cameraman, and to my soundsman Jeffrey. Thank you. And to yourself, thank you for watching. Do have a good night. Thank you.